Yeah, Commander this, Final Fantasy that, my opponent literally made me uncast my spell. I stumbled onto this scenario where you can try to cast a spell and your opponent can shut it down without having anything on the board or taking any game actions. Fatal Lore says an opponent chooses one, you draw 3 cards, or you destroy 2 target creatures an opponent controls and they draw 3 cards. Here's the updated text, although it pretty much says the same thing. Opponent chooses either that you draw 3 cards or that you get to destroy 2 creatures and then they draw 3 cards. That means that Fatal Lore is a modal spell, like Cryptic Command, and you have to choose the modes before the spell is actually put onto the stack. Those modes are chosen before you pay the cost of the spell, so if you've only got 2 black mana and Killian Ink Duelist on the battlefield, you can propose to cast Fatal Lore because one of the modes targets creatures and would reduce the cost to just 2 black. But if your opponent chooses for you to just draw 3 cards, then you no longer have the mana necessary to pay for that spell, and you just have to say, never mind, let me put this back in my hand. Selvala Explorer Returned is kind of MTG rules nerd famous for doing this all the time. Since her ability does qualify as a mana ability in the most somebody messed up kind of way, then you can tap her to try and make enough mana to cast the spell and not end up with enough. By the way, I did discover this while working on a deck tech that one of you submitted, because that's a thing that we just do every Wednesday on the main streaming channel. Make sure that you're following us over there and that you're joining me live on Wednesdays for these deck techs.